everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rob's World of Boxing. Let's get it. Alright, I want to get to this fight video. Talk about the fights that happened over the weekend, against the fights coming up this upcoming weekend, and touch on the couple other little topics, man. Without further ado, let's talk about the fights that happened over the weekend, February 11th. Well, Saturday, February 11th. Card I'm going to talk about was a Showtime card. Well, this was the only card that happened over the weekend, man. So it's going to be a pretty quick one. All right, like I said, it was a Showtime card. Showtime is PBC, Al Heyman, all those guys. It transpired in Texas, was San Antonio, Texas, at the Alamo Dome. The main event was Rey Vargas versus OShaquie Foster. It was for the vacant junior lightweight belt. Junior lightweight is 130 pounds, if you didn't know. WBC belt is, if you didn't know. All right, let's get into it. First fight, let's get to the undercard first. First fight I want to talk about on the undercard, excuse me, was a 10-round contest at heavyweight. Heavyweight is the big boys. It was Lanier Piro versus Victor Faust. Lanier Piro was 8-0, 5 KOs, and Victor Faust was 11-0 with 7 KOs. All right, Piro was doing a lot of reaching, more than I would like. He was putting himself out there for counters, man, which Faust, he was capitalizing on, sometime, but not as much as I would like, man, for him to get that win. All right. The announcers were saying that they thought it was going to be a fight with multiple knockdowns, because both fighters, have that style, man, that rock'em sock'em style, so they thought it was going to be multiple knockdowns in a fight, which was not the case. Faust did end up getting KO'd in the 8th round, man. It was a hook to the body that got him and had him pull up. I was like, what the fuck wrong with Faust, man? Why he just pull up like that? He down there turned his back to Piro, and I was like, yeah, you don't do that in boxing. He must be hurt. And he was, man. It was that body shot that got him in, like a sneaky little body shot. Snuck in there, got him, and gave Piro the win, man. 8th round KO win, versus Victor Faust. Handed him his first O of his career, man. His O had to go. And good job, Lanier Piro. Advancing his record to 9-0 with 6 KOs. Good job. I wasn't too impressed with Piro, though, even though he got the win, no lie. I feel like the upper echelon of heavyweights will not even, budge or sweat if they see his name, or see him in the other side of the corner, or the other corner, they ain't sweating it, man. I don't feel like Piro, he's a threat at the heavyweight division at all, yeah, man. I don't see it for Piro, but nonetheless, good job getting that win. Let's jump into the next fight on the undercard. Next fight on the undercard I want to talk about was a 10-round contest at welterweight, excuse me. Welterweight is 147 pounds, if you didn't know. It was between Mauricio Barrios and Giovanni Santiago. Mauricio Barrios was 26-2, 17 KOs. He's from San Antonio, Texas, so this was a hometown fight for him. And his opponent, Giovanni Santiago, was 14-2, 1 draw, 10 KOs from Puerto Rico. And neither fighter had won since 2020. So both fighters were desperately looking for a win, man. And All right. Barrios dominated in front of his hometown crowd, dominated every round en route to an 8th round TKO win versus Santiago. It was a body shot Then a slew of punches that caused Santiago corner to step on the apron and stop the fight, giving Mauricio Barrios the 8th round TKO win in his first fight, of the year, and his first win since 2020. Getting back to his winning ways. Good job, Mauricio Barrios. Giovanni Santiago, he still hasn't won since 2020. He's still looking for a win, man. So let's see if he can get in his next fight. But Mauricio Barrios, man, good job getting back to your winning ways. He's back with his trainer, who he started with, Bob Santos. So, yeah, man, let's stay with Bob and let's, keep that rapport going and see if you can, keep these wins going. Good job, Mauricio Barrios. I really like him a lot, man. His only 2 losses were to, upper echelon competition, which did nothing in my opinion but give him more experience, man. You fight Keith Thurman, you fight Devontae Davis, man, that's experience, and it showed in that fight. Good job, Mauricio Barrios. All right, to the main event, man. Let's get into it. It was a 12-round contest at junior lightweight. Junior lightweight is 130 pounds, if you didn't know. It was for a vacant WBC title at 130. All right. It was Rey Vargas versus OShaquie Foster. Rey Vargas was 36-0, 22 KOs, 32 years of age. He's from Mexico. He stands at 5'10". This was his first fight at 130 pounds. And his opponent, OShaquie Foster, was 19-2, 11 KOs, 29 years of age. He's from Houston, Texas. He stands at 5'6", and he was actually seeking his 10th consecutive win. And yeah, he was trying to pull it off against Rey Vargas, man. This was a very intriguing fight. Both fighters, man, really wanted it bad. I could tell. Both fighters didn't like each other either. Regis Prograis was at the fight, champion at 140, to support OShaquie Foster. I guess they're, close friends. They're both from Houston. Well, Regis is from New Orleans, but he trains in Houston, so I guess he's become friends with OShaquie, who is from Houston, while, his time in Houston. So he was at the fight supporting him, man. But, yeah, let's get to the fight. Vargas actually got cut over his left eye in round 3. I think it was from a clash of heads. I'm not too sure, though. I don't remember them saying what it was, but yeah, I'm not sure. I've seen a clash of heads, but I've seen a punch too, so I'm not quite sure what they ruled it. But he did get cut. All right. Foster outboxed Vargas, in my opinion, the whole first half of the fight, man. He outboxed him with just activity, aggression, everything. He was pushing Vargas back the whole night. Vargas was fighting off the back foot, man. So I feel like just that, just that side alone, you push somebody back, man, that's showing the judges that, basically I have the aggression, I, have the upper hand, in so many words, man. The fight got closer in the second half of the fight. But yeah, man, after 12, in my opinion, when the 12th round bell rung, indicating the round was over, I said to myself, OShaquie won this fight. That was my opinion, man. And the judges agreed with me. One judge had the fight 116, 112. Another judge had it 117 to 111. And the final judge had the fight 119 to 109. All for your winner by unanimous decision, becoming a new WBC champ at 130, OShaquie Foster. Good job, OShaquie, man, becoming champ. That's his 11th consecutive win, and the 11th one was the one to make him a champion, man. Good job becoming a champion. He overcame a lot of odds. I think he said he was in jail facing 20 to 30 years or some crazy shit like that, man. So to overcome those, but when you in jail and, you doing that time, ain't nobody else doing that time but you. You doing that time, every day, every minute, every second, and you in there, and somebody telling you what to do, and all that shit is demoralizing, man. So if that don't make you turn your life around, nothing will, man. And that made him turn his life around and become champ, man. Great motivational / inspirational story, man, for OShaquie Foster, man. I'm rooting for this guy. Good shit, OShaquie Foster. All right. That's it for the fights that happened over the weekend, man. It was a slow weekend of boxing. Only that one card, which was an okay card. It was, well, it was pretty good. Well, it was a good card. I ain't gonna say it was better than okay, but it wasn't great. So, yeah. All right, let's get into some upcoming fights that's happening this upcoming weekend. Saturday, February 18th. All right, first fight card I want to get into is going to transpire in Sonoma, California. It's a DAZN card. It's going to come on 6 p.m. Eastern Time. DAZN is, well, it's a lot of people, but in this case, it's Matt Rome and Eddie Hearn, man. All those guys. All right, the card, the main event is a 122-pound title, WBC title eliminator. At junior featherweight is 122 pounds. If you didn't know, it's a 12-round contest between Luis Neri and Lasat Hova. Yeah, we're going to call him Hova. Lasat Hova, because his name is ridiculous. All right, Luis Neri is 33-1, 25 KOs. He's 28 years of age. He stands at 5'5". He's a Southpaw from Tijuana, Mexico. His only loss came against Brandon Figueroa when Brandon Figueroa was 21-0 with one draw in 2021. He's tallied off 2 wins after the loss to Brandon Figueroa. And if I didn't say, Luis Neri has a 65-inch reach. I really like Luis Neri, man. I feel like, well, before I do that, let's get to his opponent. Lasat Hova. Lasat Hova is 21-3, 17 KOs, 34 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'6" with a 65-inch reach. He's from Armenia. His last loss was to Rey Vargas when Rey Vargas was 31-0. And yeah, man, I haven't heard of this guy, no lie. That's probably why I don't know I said his last name. Motherfucker, it's hard as hell though. But yeah, I haven't heard of him. But freaking, like I was saying about Luis Neri, man. Luis Neri, his only loss was to Brandon Figueroa, who's a hell of a fighter, man. He's a pressure fighter. Luis Neri is more of a boxer, puncher. Well, I ain't gonna say a puncher. He's a nice boxer. But freaking, I just feel like Brandon Figueroa had too much pressure for him in that fight, man. But other than that, he just has to work on handling that kind of pressure fighter, man. But I feel like any kind of other fighter, he'll do well with, man. Like I said, he's an amazing boxer. I really like Luis Neri, man. Freaking, yeah, man, I really like him. And like I said, I haven't heard of this guy, so I feel like Luis Neri should make easy work of a guy who I haven't heard of. But I was looking at some comments from a guy. He said, "Don't sleep on me, Luis Neri." So, he said, don't overlook him, man. So I'll take that advice. If I was you, Luis Neri, man, just to get back to your winning ways in this boxing, man, you don't never want to overlook anybody, man. All it takes is a punch. But I got Luis Neri, and quick prediction, I got Luis Neri in I'd say a unanimous decision win, making it look easy. Luis Neri. All right, let's get to the next fight I want to talk about on the card. It's on that undercard. It's a 10-round contest, at super middleweight. Super middleweight is 168 pounds. If you didn't know, it's between Shane Mosley Jr. and Mario Alberto Lozano. Shane Mosley Jr. is 18-4, 10 KOs. He's 32 years of age. He stands at 6'1" with a 71-inch reach. He's from Sonoma, California. So, yeah, this is a hometown fight for him, man. Hometown fight, man. You better win, man. Don't let your hometown people down. All right, last fight was a better than usual performance, in my opinion, for Shane Mosley Jr. in a win versus Gabe Rosado, who was 26-14 at the time they collided. and he got that win on April of 2022 last year. So yeah, man, as I said, he looked better in that fight than he usually looked, man. He was using the jab well. He was holding his composure well, and he didn't get as tired as he usually get in the second half of the fight, man. So I really like what I saw from Shane Mosley Jr., his last outing. All right, let's get to his opponent, Mario Alberto Lozano. He's 33-10, 24 KOs, 5'8.5". So yeah, Shane has that reach, with that height advantage and that reach advantage because Mario Alberto Lozano has a reach of 69 inches. He's from Mexico, and he's coming off back-to-back L's, man. But he's fought some good competitors at the weight and at 160. So, you know, he's pretty seasoned. You know, with those 10 losses, you know, they haven't come against bums. But, yeah, man, I like to see if Shane Mosley, you know, can put that 11 loss on Lozano, which I fully, you know, believe that he can and will. Quick prediction, I feel like Shane Mosley is going to, I say a unanimous decision win for Shane Mosley. You know, impression in front of his hometown crowd, you know, and getting that win against Lozano. All right. Let's get to the next card I want to talk about. It's going to happen Saturday, February 18th. It's happening in England, Nottingham, England, on DAZN. DAZN, in this case, is going to be Matchroom again and Eddie Hearn. All those guys. All right, this one's going to be for the WBA featherweight title. It's a title fight. It comes on at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know if I stated the last card comes on at 6 p.m. Eastern time. You know, so you can catch both of them. All right, let's get into it. Main event is going to be a 12-round contest at featherweight. Featherweight is 126 pounds. If you didn't know, it's going to be between Lee Wood and Mauricio Laura. Lee Wood is 26-2, 16 KOs, 34 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. He's from Nottingham, England. So this is a hometown fight for him. His last fight, Wood KO'd Michael Conlan, who was 16-0 at the time. He knocked Conlan out the ring, man, in dramatic fashion. It was a beautiful knockout. And he's Lee Wood, man. Lee Wood is the WBA champion, man. So put some respect on his fucking name. All right, let's get to his opponent, Mauricio Laura. He's 25-2, 1 draw, 18 KOs. He's 24 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'7". He's from Mexico, and he hasn't lost since 2018. So yeah, that's a big feat, man. He beat the hell out of Josh Warrington a couple fights back, man. He beat him twice actually, and but neither fight was for Warrington's belts, man. Which I don't know why. I didn't really get into it, but that's crazy. How you beat the champ twice but don't become champ, man? That was bad luck, bad break. But yeah, man. He's trying to become champ this time and gain that WBA featherweight belt from his opponent, Lee Wood. Let's see if he can do it, man. Which I fully think that he will, and against Lee Wood. Yeah, I like Mauricio Laura a lot, man. I feel like he has a lot of power. And he slept on. And I feel like he might sleep Lee Wood, man. All right, guys, quick prediction. I say a 7th round KO win for Mauricio Laura to become WBA featherweight champ, man. Upsetting the champ. Well, not upsetting, but just dethroning him, to get that belt. Let's see. My prediction comes true. All right. Let's get to the next fight I want to talk about on that undercard. It's a 10-round contest at junior welterweight. Junior welterweight is 140 pounds. If you didn't know, it's between Thornton Smith and Billy Allison. Thornton Smith is 13-0, 10 KOs, 26 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'9.5". He's from Sheffield, England. He's a good-looking young prospect. All right, his opponent, Billy Allington. He's 10-1, 4 draws, no KOs. So he has a lack of power to say the least. He's an orthodox style fighter, stands at 5'9". He's from London, and I never heard of Billy Allington, but yeah, let's see what he do, man. He ain't got no KOs. He got 4 draws. Quick prediction. I feel like Thornton Smith gonna make easy work of a guy with no power, and can't finish the show, which his 4 draws have, indicates. Freaking yeah. I say a quick prediction. 4th round KO win for Thornton Smith. Continuing his winning ways and continuing to look like the good looking young prospect he is. Pause. Yeah. Freaking yeah. Alright, that's it for the fight that's gonna transpire over the weekend, this upcoming weekend, Saturday, February 18th. It's a pretty it's okay weekend of boxing. Like I said, man, 2023 has been very lackluster thus far with the cards, man. Despite that Gervonta Davis card in the beginning of the year, the rest of the cards have been pretty okay, man. Nothing to write home about, really, But I love boxing, so I'm going to watch it, man. Tune in if you can. If you can't, I understand. Yeah. All right. Other news, Anthony Joshua, he's getting back in the ring April 1st after a couple devastating L's versus Alexander Usyk, losing his belts in the process, man. He'll be taking on Jermaine Franklin in this comeback fight. I think Jermaine Franklin only lost once his last fight. Yeah. And he's going to be with his new trainer, Anthony Joshua being Derek James, 22 trainer of the year, man. So, yeah, that's a good look for Anthony Joshua, man. Derek James, he trains Jermell Charlo, undisputed champion at 154, and he trains Errol Spence Jr., welterweight champion at, welterweight is 147. He's welterweight champion. He's only needs one more belt to become undisputed at welterweight, man. So, man, he's doing it all, man, Derek James. And he has a young prospect, Frank Morton, over there, who's on his way to become champion soon, man. So, Anthony Joshua knew what he was doing, and, getting the services of Derek James, man, to become his trainer, man. So, I feel like that's a big step in the right direction for Anthony Joshua. Joshua says he's more focused than ever, now, and he's ready to go, man. He's ready to become champ again. He changed his diet. He changed, he's studying his opponents. He's studying boxing. He's back in it, man. And he says he fully indicates that he's going to get the win versus Jermaine Franklin, which I feel like he should, man, with, Derek James in his corner, man. Freaking, I'm looking forward to see Joshua back in the ring with his new trainer, man. And I'm happy for Derek James, man. He's moving up in the trainer ranks, man. He's moving up in the world, man. He's the fucking man. Yeah. If I didn't say it either, man, happy Valentine's Day, people. It's fucking Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2023. That's why I'm, looking nice, smelling good, in my, sweater, man. But, I plan on stepping out, for doing a little something, with the old girl, man, for the night, man. For the day, too, man. I'm going to make sure she enjoy it, man. But, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, people. Rob's World of Boxing. Yeah.